Hi, I'm Waypointia. If like me, you're looking into what achievements you can start completing before Wrath comes, well, I have an achievement for you that will give you a title that anyone can finish. All you have to do is follow the pretty yellow question marks. The Seeker title is an often overlooked title, awarded for those unfortunate souls who have completed 3,000 quests. Seems easy enough? Part 1 of this video is going to be made during TBC, with the goal of doing every single quest in the game. Ooh boy. I leveled what would be my main for Wrath doing it. So what's the best way to get this title? I have used a bunch of add-ons while working on this achievement, and the most important one by far is Questy. If you don't know what Questy is a quest helper. It's going to tell you where to pick up quests, where to drop them off, and what to do on them. It will tell you if you need to loot a mob, kill a mob, or interact with something in the world. In order for us to configure Questy to our needs, we need to go into the options menu and select the show all quests below range option. And what this will do is show every quest that is available to you, even if you've out-leveled it. This is very important. Whether you want to start pre-completion of achievements on your max level character, or you're doing this the way I did, and leveling a brand new character and completing all the quests along the way. Next, we have ATT, or All the Things. ATT is great because it has everything, every quest, every vendor, every achievement, and it breaks them all down, zone by zone, for you to complete. I cannot praise this add-on enough for how much time it has saved me because of the instructions that are written in some of the more difficult quests or topics, and it has let me stay off of Wowhead. If you're a max level character, you will be traveling back to zones that you probably don't want to make a habit out of visiting. So when you complete all the quests in a zone, I would suggest also working through your ATT to 100% completion as you go. For example, another achievement that is often paired with the Seeker achievement is the Explorer. Right, so last on the list is TomTom. It might look a little out of place, but once you start using it, it'll be hard to stop. It has so much integration with so many add-ons that you can just right-click an objective and you'll be directed exactly where you need to go. Before we find out how many quests are actually in game right now for us to complete, we first have to filter out what quests aren't available to you. You might be thinking that shouldn't all quests count towards this achievement? After all, it just says complete 3,000 quests. But no. Some daily and repeatable quests don't count. Let me explain. The quests on the Isles of Quel'Danas do not count. They've had a blue exclamation point above their head since the moment they became available to you, whereas the repeatable quest in the Shatari Skyguard has had a yellow one the first time you completed it and then blue every time after that. That's because sometimes daily or repeatable quests have a single use version under a different name that is completed to unlock them. There is also an imbalance in the number of quests available to each faction and class. Here's the table of the number of total quests that could be available to you for each class faction combo. And I took the very idea of tracking race-specific quests and I threw that in the bin. Now that I've solved racism, I only have normal quests, group quests, and dungeon quests and raid quests to go. Based on an average number of quests available to each class, I got 69 for Horde, nice, and 71 for Alliance. On average, we have 568 quests that are unavailable to you, just from your class and faction combo. If we add together all the quests, excluding daily and repeatable quests, for the Alliance and the Horde, and subtract the average of the unavailable class quests, we find that we get 2,136 for the Alliance and 2,235 for the Horde. If you were to complete every quest in the game, if you were Alliance, you would be 864 quests short of the achievement, and 765 if you were the Horde. When Wrath of the Lich King adds just over 1,000 quests for both factions, you can only miss 245 quests on the Horde side and 136 quests on the Alliance. So that's why this achievement is so special. If you want to go back to Classic and complete all the quests, then you'll need to know that Classic's questline structure is jank. Like almost maliciously jank. So if you want to avoid having your quest log always full, or having to spend hours on flight paths cleaning up a rat's nest of go here and talk to this person quests, then heed my warning. Here are my recommendations for completing all quests in Classic and TBC. First, complete all world quests. These are all the quests that would consider to be normal quests, soloable and self-explanatory, and also the group or elite quests in the world, which you should either ask for help or offer help to others. Then we have instance quests. These are quests that are picked up in the world that would take you into instance content, like dungeons and raids, and they should be done last overall. For world content, there are a lot of go here and talk to this person quests, like a lot. If you don't have a method to deal with them, they will fill your quest log very quickly. They often start or are a part of long quest chains, and in my opinion it's best to do them first. So, now I will go over how to tackle all the quests in a zone as fast as possible in 3 steps. Step 1. When you arrive in a zone, pick everything up. Then any quest that takes you back to a zone that you've already completed, including cities, go do it first. They often start a chain, but eventually come back here and you can do the quest with all the others that you picked up, which is more efficient for your time and keeps your quest log from getting too full, and also keeps past zones completed. Step 2. The actual quests you want to do, the zone quests. These are all the quests that have objectives and hand-in locations inside the zone, and are the fun part of the experience, smashing out like 10 quests all at once. If a quest giver has an objective in the zone, but a hand-in location that's outside the zone, if it's going back to an area that you've already been, hand it in first. If it's going forward, then it waits until you get there to hand it in. Step 3 is where you get to choose your next area to quest in. I would go with the lowest level area possible, because all zones converge on each other. But don't start doing other starting level zones yet. You should complete your race's first 2 zones before doing other races. So an orc should complete Durotar and the Barrens before going to Mulgore and Tirisful Glades or Eversong Forest. You should hand in your quests that brought you to the zone and pick up all the new ones and start the steps all over again. And that's Classic in a nutshell. It's a complicated mess that will test your patience, and it's best to have a plan, whatever that is. But when you hit Outland, it's a whole different experience. This is where Blizzard went hard on the hub and spoke questing structure that stopped hiding quests in the middle of nowhere and put them all in one place. They also reduced the number of quests that send you backwards, which really improves the speed in which you're able to move through the world questing, and increased the number of total quests. And they really went heavy on the elite quest for the world, with nearly every zone having 5 or more. I was level 63 before I even set foot in Hellfire Peninsula, and I hit level 70 in Nagrand. And my final stop and my normal quest was Shadow Moon Valley, where I was able to buy my epic flying without having to farm out any professions, all because I chose to do every single quest in the game. Now I'm just finishing up my last few group quests and attunement quests and so on. The reason why dungeon quests will save for last is because a geared level 70 is able to go back and solo most of it, though it does open up a negligible amount of open world quests. It's kind of like doing a victory lap, so enjoy it. So there is a lot of talk about leveling strategies in Wrath, and I can see pros and cons in all of them. So I'll be making a 3-part guide to help you get the most out of your Wrath leveling experience, whatever that might be. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to share more of my journey or fix any issues I may have gotten wrong. If you would like to know how many quests I have completed, then like the video and subscribe, because I've been adding them up and I can't wait to share it with you in part 2. If you are interested in what titles you can do during Wrath or get started before Wrath, I have a video about the insane title that I put out last. Go check that out. And there is plenty more to come, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.